Hey folks, old pal JP here. Um, I'm going to be hopefully doing a full speed run of Ease 1 here. And considering that I have just gotten my brand new headset, I'm going to attempt to do a full commentary here. Normally, I won't do this for full videos, mostly because I don't think I can be entertaining for that long, but since this is the first time, I'm going to give it a shot. Um, for all my fellow E speedrunners, nothing really new here. I'm just going to be going over the basics. This is pretty much for my friends. You might have some jokes here and there. Otherwise, sit back and let's see how this goes. So basically, not much in the way of overall story here. Basically, Adol here has lost his library books. They've been stolen by a dark elf, and we're going to get them back. But unfortunately, right now we don't have any gear, despite our lovely sprite wearing armor. So we need to get some gear, and in order to do that, we need some money. I mean, we got a little money right now, but for the gear we're getting, we're going to need a little more than that. Now, normally, the obvious thing to do in a RPG would be to grind, but we're a little smarter than that, and we're going to make some money the easy way. What I just did there was I bought a wing. It's basically a teleport item that's going to take me back to town anytime I use it. One time use. Okay. Ah. So as far as this game goes, there's not much in the way of technical tricks. I'm not going to be doing a lot of glitches, and what glitches there are not serious time savers. That one right there, I think overall maybe about 8 seconds or so. I will be using it again here in the near future, and that one will save a little more time, but otherwise, no significant time saves. Now that gold vase I just picked up, we are going to sell off here shortly, but what I'm doing real quick is I'm going to be setting up for a side quest I'm going to be doing here very shortly. Because in addition to gear, I want to pick up a few levels as well. And, oh dear. And as with getting some cash here, we're going to be doing the smart thing, and we're going to be getting side quest experience. Just because, at least at this point, it's a little bit faster, and overall it's definitely a little bit safer. Because with ease, you may have saw that I am playing on easy right now. But overall, that at least at this point, it doesn't mean a whole lot. If I'm not careful, it's absolutely easy for me to die in about 2, maybe 3 hits, depending on what I run into. So yeah, don't really want to die. And don't really want to run into people either, because that so this is our librarian here. She wants her books back, and yeah, we're gonna go find some books. Don't worry, Miss Librarian, we will bring them back. Nah, she's a seer. I'm goofing this story, but I think you all know that. So we've got a little gear here, but we are going to go work on that side quest a bit. Boop. So, we're going to come back to the beginning here. We're going to talk with our old buddy, the doctor here. He was kind enough to patch us up for free. And we're going to say goodbye again. Not really much to say. Just stopping by to say hi, you know. Maybe we'll go visit him again. What the heck? He's a nice old fellow. Oh, hey, we got a visitor. Now, we're not really going to see him much here, but this is Ludogema. He's a little important, as you can tell by the character portrait there. But now he's wandered off. And once you know it, let's go find him. He seems like an affable fellow. Let's go find him. Some silence here as we enjoy this very killer soundtrack. Ah. Oh, hey. Saved your butt. And now, world's easiest escort mission. Very thankful for that. And now he's going to go home and spend some quality time with his life. So that brought us up to about high level 3. Really want level 4, but between everything else stabbed in between, just need about 2 more. So just picked up a shrine key because we're going to visit a shrine. It's going to be our first library book is in here, so let's go see if we can find that book. And here we are going to be coming up to our very first boss. Everyone say hello to Genocrez. For the most part, this guy is kind of easy. He himself is not really a threat, it's more these flames here. There's about 2 ways you can go about this battle. You can either come here very early, which is risky. Oof. Nope, not going for it. Ah. Okay, come on. Easy shot. There's 2 ways of doing this battle. One, you can get this gear early and come here pretty much straight away at level 2, which it's entirely doable, but because of the way, you know, RPG stats work, it takes forever. And with those flames, it's incredibly risky because you have pretty low HP at level 2. And because, as you saw there, I'm absolutely, totally risky, though that was riskier than usual, I go for the level 4 route, which gives me a lot more HP to work with. Oof. Now, the thing you may have seen about this battle system is I just hit enemies head on, or I just ram into them. I don't want to say I hit them head on, because hitting them head on is very bad. Because if you hit them directly head on, that is how you will take damage. But if you hit them just off center, kind of like that, then it's perfectly fine. Oof. Okay, what's in here? Hey, it's a girl. What are you doing in here? Okay, Okay, now I don't think it like triggered there, but I just pulled off a glitch there. Um, Basically, everyone say hi to Fina. We're going to escort her out because we're very kind like that. Um, and this is a very brief side quest. And with it being a side quest, we are getting a little XP for it. Now, normally you get about 500 XP, which isn't too bad, but it's been discovered that when you go for her dialogue prompt that pops up there, if you accept the quest, then cancel it very quickly and accept it again, then you can double dip and get extra XP for it. It's been kind of theorized that you could technically do a buttload that way, but of course we're dealing with human reaction times here, so realistically I think about the max it's only been done has been about 3 times. Now I've never gotten more than twice, so, and as you saw there, I just picked up a shield ring. Basically it's what it sounds like. It doesn't really alter your defense, but it will cut damage for me over in half, which is very nice because otherwise there's not a whole lot of healing options in this game, or at the very least no healing options for dungeons. So being able to take half damage is very nice, especially with me because I'm just wild style. And unfortunately, Fina has passed out, but fortunately, we're gonna drop her off with Grandma here. She's gonna rest up, and we're going to continue on. Now, technically, as far as intended game progression goes, we are going to go out of our way here. And okay, let's see. Can't wait. Nope. Come on. I'm going to attempt to pull off. There we go. Another glitch here. Nothing terribly big. I think that saves about 2-3 seconds overall, but it saves us a little time as we come over to the dangerous, scary mines here. I say dangerous and scary because technically we are not supposed to be here for a while. But there's a few nice goodies in here we're going to try and pick up. Oh dear. Oh, thank goodness. That's really scary because especially in here, even these things can devastate me. I mean, it's like blink and I will die. Because it's scary enough, I'm actually going to save in here. Oh dear. Because I think the minimum intended level is level 7. And Ease 1 and, well, not so much 2, but is a very stat dependent game. So it is very easy to, oh dear, die easily in this game, especially when I'm out of place like that. But fortunately, got very lucky, took no damage. I did kind of fail to do a glitch there. Nothing serious. Hopefully I'll get to show it off a little bit later. But hey, we made it out alive, got all our goodies. This is Rhea. I don't know if you saw, but we picked up a nice little harmonica in the mines there, and she's going to play us a little song. I don't think it really matters if you skip this cutscene or not, just because even if it's very short, and even if you skip it, you can't actually move until she's done playing her song, and she will keep playing even if you skip it. So, but as you saw there was a tree in that nice little cutscene. So let's go see if we can find a tree. Hey, it's a tree. And the tree gave us a sword. Oh, it's a very nice tree. So yeah, those are basically, there's two of them. We're only gonna talk to that guy once. Those are your basic ancient trees of wisdom. Normally they're sleeping, but thanks to Rhea playing her harmonica, we were able to wake it up, and thanks to that roto seed you saw me munch on just before, we are able to talk to it. And by doing that, we got this nice, lovely silver sword. Oh, hey, Fina's awake. Alright, glad you're doing well. Sorry, gotta take off. Zoomy zooms going on here. So basically the big reason we went out of our way there is, as you may or may not have saw, the silver gear I'm wearing here is now the second best equipment in the entire game. And as I said, we are doing things out of order, so I have this stuff a little bit early. So it's going to make things a little bit easier as we spelunk deeper into the shrine here. Now, of course, I think this is about the only time this is going to give me a significant advantage, because everything's going to level out later. But, you know, take advantage of it while you can. So we're going to dig up a couple keys here, just because we need them to find the boss, or get into the boss arena. And basically we're just kind of going out of our way there, because we do want to get to level 7 before fight said boss, but that's usually not a problem. And with that, we now have a full tier of gear. And so we're now pretty much relatively godlike. I mean, kind of. I am bumping way too much. Hopefully this is the only heal potion I'm going to get, but nope, don't need you yet. But there are dangerous things coming up, not necessarily immediately, but soon. And so it's nice to have as a backup in case. Alright, so now we've got both our keys, and we're going to find us a boss, because we still have not picked up any of our library books yet, and we definitely want to get those back before we incur any late fees. Uh-oh. Okay, it's just a big snake. It was a big snake. Yeah. That's kind of what the silver gear does. But that's about the only time we're gonna really... Okay. Yes! Our first library book. And as you saw there, our glitch I intended to use in the mines. As you saw in the mines, basically anytime you open a treasure chest, you have a little jingle and text box to get through. If you equip the wing, and if you use it in the same instance you open a treasure chest, you are able to grab the item inside and you'll teleport away. So you still kind of have to sit through the jingle, but overall you don't technically lose any time because you still warp away uninterrupted. So it's a little time saver. It's nice overall. You know, that's the thing with speedruns. We like to save time where we can. And as you can see, now that we're level 7 and we have silver equipment, these earlier guys, they don't mean much. That's okay because we're going to find some scary stuff later in. Hey! Like these phoenixes. But they're not, those aren't the scariest things in here. Oh no. Let's see. That guy is really scary, although... Oh! There we go. Because those guys can take a lot of punishment, especially at level 8 here, and they like to give it back. Now, we've been pretty good about avoiding this so far, but unfortunately, my friends, the time has come. We must grind. Okay. And hopefully these guys will cooperate because, yeah, as you can see there, this guy likes to go off to the side because ideally the trick is to go just back and forth here. So I'm just kind of like bouncing in a nice smooth motion. But this top guy does not like me, and he will just like to do that. So it just kind of interrupts the flow. Although overall, knock on wood, he's being very kind today. Now, normally this would be the part where I'd say, okay, read some donations, but no, not at a marathon, so... Oof, he was really off there. Wow. Okay, he's back. And he's gone again. See, I spoke too soon. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's a huge difference between being level 8 and level 9 with these guys. And this is where the shield ring really helps. Hey, and grind is over because we are now max level. So we never have to worry about grinding again. So unfortunately, unfortunately / fortunately, the only way to get better from here is gear. Oops. Boss. Everyone say hi to Vagulian. He is a pain in the butt. Because as you can see here, his trick is he likes to split up into a swarm of bats. And while he's a swarm of bats, you can't hit him, but he can absolutely hit you. And unfortunately, when he transforms back into a man bat is random. And when he is a man bat, he has a very small hitbox. So he can be really super annoying, although for some reason today he's being relatively kind. I mean, took a few licks earlier, but with the shield ring, it seriously helps, because otherwise, Vergulian can be very scary, especially on higher levels. But, right here, just need patience. Although, be nice if you were, thank you, do it a little quicker just for, oh, thank you. Just because, you know, we want to go fast. Okay. So here we go. Second book. Alright, let's go see our old friend Sarah. Unfortunately, Sarah has been murdered. She is no longer with us. And, but it turns out she had another book on her. So, for the most part, that's all the books thus far. And with that out of the way, we are actually going to head out to the final dungeon. Yeah, that quick. It'd be kind of unfair to say the final dungeon's half the game, because we've already passed the halfway point for the speedrun, technically. But it's definitely a good chunk. But before we head there, we've got a few small things we need to do first. Some story triggers we gotta hit. And we're gonna visit our old friends, Fina and Jebba. This is Jebba. Jebba, I'm sorry I did not name you earlier. So much to do, so little time. But, so for the most part, we can't actually read these books. And Jebba here is going to be kind enough to translate them for us. So now we just need to quickly pop out of town here real quick, just for the sake of story triggers. I'm going to go back one more time. I'm not sure if I have to do that, but I want to make sure I'm getting triggers right. So, back when we visited Rhea on top of the ramparts there, you may have seen a gigantic tower in the background. Well, let's head there, because yes, we can actually get to that tower. Normally, it is locked up, but we know a guy who's going to cut us a deal. Now, here's where the silver equipment comes in, because normally, if you are not wearing this equipment, well, I don't know if you have to wear it, you at least have to have it. If you don't have it, you can't get in here at all. So, welcome to Dharma Tower. It is, well, you'll see what it is. Definitely got a killer soundtrack, though. Okay, let's see. Nope. Okay. So here we are just picking up a few things we are going to need a bit later here. And although I scroll through the text, we are now stuck in here. There's no way out of here. Even teleporting out is not an option, because if you try to bring in a wing, Goban there, who is the leader of the thieves we just talked to, is just going to take it away from you. So, if you're not ready to come here beyond the silver gear, woof. That's okay. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. so not a whole lot going on right now. I'm sure absolutely nothing to worry about. I spoke too soon. Oh hey, it's our buddy Ludagema. And oh no, our equipment's been stolen. And we're stuck in prison. Unfairly. Hell, ain't this a fun kettle? Oh hey! Unfortunately, this is the only time we're going to get to see him, but this is our old friend, Dogi the Wall Crusher. Now, this is... you can technically meet him again later in the tower, but we're not going to. But, if you play any other games, there's a good chance Dogi will be there. So, Dogi gave us an idol because here in the tower, there's an old man hiding. And we're going to see if we can root him out real quick. Oh, no notes. And this is Rabba. Nice old fellow, but unfortunately, lots and lots of exposition. But fortunately, Rabba here's a kind old soul, and he's going to give us something so we don't get trapped in that nasty trap again. What a hero. Oof. So let's get back to assailing this tower. Yeah, made it through. That's what you get for trying to trap us, you stupid trap. Alright. Now, of course, being around in a dangerous tower like this without any gear is dangerous, so we're going to see if we can find some of our old stuff back. Because there is actually a reason that all of our gear, well, not all of our gear, all of our silver gear was taken from us. But I'll unveil that later. Because we got some library books to find. Everyone say hi to Pictomos. Yes, he's a giant grasshopper. And he's very much just easy mode. Yeah. Not really scary. And he had one of our library books. And a hammer. That's right. It's hammer time. And don't worry, we will be putting that hammer to very good use here very shortly. As I said, very shortly. Now, you may be wondering why I broke that column. Well, the answer will be evident here pretty shortly. Or at least I'll explain it to you here pretty shortly. See, normally this corridor is filled with very deadly wind, like you literally cannot pass through it alive. But because we knocked a hole in that pillar, the wind has stopped, so we can pass through there safely. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this music because, yeah, it's over. Everyone meet Consclard. Yeah, not really much to say about Consclard. Again, like Pictomos, he's a pushover. Um, a little bit scarier, but as long as you stay pretty tight in there, he's not really much to worry about. So we had to come up here first because we do need to pick up that rod because we are about to get into everybody's favorite, well, mirror mazes. So yeah, if you don't have that rod, you can't get through these mirrors. And we definitely kind of need to get through. Okay. And we got our silver armor back. And yeah, trust me, if you haven't played this game before, if you don't use a guide, that maze is a pain in the butt. Trust me, it took me forever to think about using that one mirror twice. Now, technically, optimally, I wouldn't be picking all this gear up, but I kind of do need it myself because although the first few bosses we fought had been pretty easy so far, the last few we're going to be going after are pretty dang scary, and while they're doable without all the defense that comes from that, thus far I've not been able to do it myself. So I definitely appreciate the safety. So hey, remember that evil ring we picked up earlier? Oh hey, it's Rhea. She's giving us a monocle. So to briefly explain, you cannot get into that room unless you are an evil person. And of course, being Adol here, we are not evil at all. Now, there is a trick to that evil ring though. If you wear it without having the blue necklace on, it will pretty much like near instantly kill you. It will drain your health like flat. There have been a few times where I have put it on without wearing the blue necklace, and it's killed a few runs. Not any speed runs, fortunately, but yeah. So here is what I think is, I believe to be the most evil part of the game, and I'll explain why here shortly. Because we're not going to go forward, we're going to go back down. But of course, this means we get to hear Tower of the Shadow of Death again, so it all works out. Get to enjoy this for one last time. And this is why, yes, we have to go meet our old friend Ludogema. And we absolutely have to, because we need that blue amulet he gave us. But why is it evil? I will show you. Because now that we've talked to our old friend, we can go back up. Alright, so everyone say goodbye to Tower of the Shadow of Death, because this is the last time we'll hear it. This is the last time we get to rock out. I know, it's sad. Bump. Alright. So here is why that sequence we went through is just evil. I could be wrong because it's been a long time since I've played this game conventionally, but there's absolutely nothing that tells you that you need to go back down to talk to Ludogema. Now the only thing is that corridor, as you see there, is very tight, and it can be very difficult to get past those scorpions if you do not have a mirror. So it's entirely possible, depending on how things work out, that you can get stuck there and not be able to descend, and then you just won't be able to finish a game because you can't get the blue amulet, because you need this blue amulet. Okay, oh dear. Okay, need to get in here real quick, because we need this blue sword. Whamp. I could be wrong, but I believe those there are the most powerful conventional enemy in the game, so yeah, they can be a little scary. Zoop! Past the Doom enemies there. No, don't really want to visit Hell. Okay. Get our good equipment on. We're going to heal up. And just for safety's sake. Alright. So this is Yoglex and Olmagun. They have a neat little gimmick here. You can only attack the yellow guy, but as you can see, they've got some barriers going on here. So it can be a little rough to attack them, but as you can see there, they do group together, so. Okay, so we're going to do one change, one quick save. And here's the Dark Elf that stole our books. Everyone meet Dark Fact. And say goodbye to Dark Fact. Oh, that was close. And we have our last library book. And that's it. What is this strange sorcery going on? So yeah, this is it. This is the end of the game. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't really time this. I'm sure when I go to upload this, I'll actually have a semi-official time. So, thanks for watching. I'm at least going to let this play out, but hope you good folks enjoyed watching. I'll be doing more Ease 1 speedruns in the future. I'm also do 2 here and there, and at least as when I'm recording this, I'm also working on going to eventually, I'm learning it right now, run Memories of Celceta. And depending on how things go, I'll probably pick up other games in the future as well. So hopefully you all enjoyed watching, and sometime in the future I will definitely at least be uploading another run of East 2 with some commentary as well. Alright, so everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day.